What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we're going to take a look at Threezero Game of Thrones Tyrion Lannister, and you can order this figure at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. This is the deluxe version, so there's two versions of this guy. The non-deluxe, which is you can really pick up either. You know, the deluxe is it's okay. Let's unbox this thing. So the box is small, which is pretty cool because I've had a gazillion boxes here at home, and the smaller footprint is a welcome addition because at least I don't have to jam it into already my fire hazard garage that I do have. But as you can see here, anyone who does have Threezero knows that they don't have any bases, so that I guess contributes to the small packaging. No offense, but you know, like this is not making jokes of Tyrion here, but it is nice. If you had Threezero, like even the Rick Grimes, it does come with this very unique packaging, which I again I do love. Now let's take out the hands, and you can see there's two layers in here because this is the deluxe version, so it comes with a lot of unnecessary stuffs, you know. So you can see it here, and it's currently on sale, I believe, at Big Bad Toy Store for like 170, something like that, or maybe 156 for the non-deluxe. This is the deluxe version, which we're gonna take a look at later on. Again, not necessary. So let's take a look. Let's pretend you bought the non-deluxe version. So you got fisted hands. You got the I guess that's not, you can call it a thumbs up hand, which it could serve as that. But you know, he can also hold that picture that he does have. This hand seems like just a regular open palm hands, but this actually holds the cup, you know, so the goblet that he does have. You can just not even, it doesn't fit as far as the holding, you know, gesture is concerned, but it does get the job done. And you can see here's silverwares and some this actually does work. You see, when you lift this up, it kind of opens up there, and you can actually put water in it or wine if you're feeling fancy. Nice paint application here, kind of like chromish or, you know, metallic look, so that is beautiful. At the bottom part right there, you could use it for, you know, any figure basically. And you got this cup that he does have, very fancy, as you can see from the handles, and at the base it does have this nice texture and pattern, and at the bottom part, and again, you could it is actually usable if you want to pour some liquid in there. And then the I forgot what it's called, the hand of the queen or something like that, maiden hand, whatever the case is. This is magnetic, but the magnet is not strong enough, to be honest with you, so it keeps on falling off. So you got to keep an eye on it, especially when you're transporting this figure. Now, as far as the deluxe version is concerned, this is beautiful. It's like it feels like chess pieces for strategic moves, because as you know, Tyrion is very strategic. It has some different symbols from different families, and you can see here from the Stark, you got the dire wolf. You got the and it looks like it's made out of real wood. Beautiful paint application, but they're all made out of plastic. But it gets you that impression. You even have this dragon, Daenerys' dragon. You know, it's giving me memories right now looking at this, how good this show was. Just unfortunate, again, we're gonna mention that over and over when we're talking about Game of Thrones, but again, the fact is it gave me some good memories. And going back to the figure, the tailoring is pretty darn good. The fabric that they use, it's a bit shiny, kind of have that, you know, stretchy texture material. His belt, it gives you the illusion that it's leather, but it's actually rubber, which is good long term, especially if you're in a place where it's humid. You're gonna avoid that flaking, as you know, it does not have the same, I guess, impact or, you know, like realism as leather, but hey, from afar it does look leather, so no complaints there whatsoever. Boots are pretty cool as well. I believe it's, I don't remember, but I believe it is split cut, so you can, we'll tackle the articulation part later on, but there's not a whole lot, let's be honest here. in totally new body. Maybe it's from the first one. I don't know, because there's a first version of Tyrion as well, which is I skipped on that. This, in my opinion, is the better out of the two, quality wise. But you can see even in the tailoring here, the boots himself has some weathering. And let's go to the head sculpt. One of the strongest, if not the strongest head sculpt that Threezero has ever produced, in my opinion. I was really impressed with their Jaime Lannister and Rambo. Again, Threezero is as hit or a miss as you can get. But I can tell you right now, in hand, the way you hold this guy, it feels like a Hot Toys figure. It feels like Hot Toys made this figure. That's how good it is with the Threezero price. Look at the sculpting of the hair, the way it's wavy, and you can see all the texture in there, the texture on the face, the details, the scar, the way his eyes looks, the beard, everything about this head sculpt is phenomenal. And not only just the head sculpt, the overall figure is great. You can make an argument that Jon Snow wasn't, and I'm not gonna disagree with you, even though I do like that Jon Snow in a perfect angle, in a good lighting, you can make a good figure. But in here, in any light, look at those eyes. It just brings life to those eyes. If anything, the stash may be a little bit cartoonish, but you can hear from afar. Let's do some articulation. The head, moves around. The arms, again, you could put him in some poses. I love Game of Thrones again, and I'm tempted to get them all, but they're not all good. You can see those arms right here. The legs are a bit shorter, as you know, and it has some kick on the front. The knees does bend, and you can make him sit down if you have the 1/6 throne if you want to. You see here, there's some padding on the belly area, but yeah, you can have him kick forward. You can have him in a sitting position as well. The arms has some good range of movement. So overall, articulation wise, even though it is a bit limited, it is enough. Let's put him in some poses before we wrap this thing up. So here he is. I believe this is towards season 7. The last season, where you can see is that Daenerys, and he's offering her a drink. And like I told you earlier, I didn't get this cup because I know I'm going to have him spin. And you can see he can stand fairly well without, the crotch grabber and all that stuff. I don't have the Iron Throne, so the Wakanda Throne would do for now as a good stand-in. It looks pretty good. As I mentioned earlier, he could sit, not all the way through, but he could sit and hold the armchair with some pieces of his chest pieces on the side there. And we're gonna take a look at some height comparison. Now here he is with his brother, Jaime, and of course Jon Snow. You see the height comparison there. Jon Snow again, a bit shorter than Jaime, and obviously Tyrion is the shortest of all of them. But it's in scale. It's in scale, and honestly, Tyrion is the best figure out of the three, being followed closely by Jaime. But my final thoughts on this guy, I think if you're a Game of Thrones fan, what better way to represent that in your collection than Tyrion? And I understand Jon Snow is the, I guess, quote unquote main character, but you can't deny Tyrion's impact in that show. And not only we're talking about impact or their importance on the show, let's talk about the figure. This is the best figure in that line from Threezero. This is the best out of that. I haven't seen them all, but combine the impact, the gravity of the character, and also the way it looks. Can't go wrong with this. Can't go wrong with this. And the price. Again, you don't need to get the deluxe version. You're getting those chess pieces, which what are you gonna do with them? I don't even know what to do with them. They're cool, but it's not a must-have for me unless you have like this big 1/6 table that maybe you can pretend him using it. But do yourself a favor, check out other Threezero's figure at Big Bad Toy Store. I'll put the link down below. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch, and I'll see you guys in the next one.